Good morning and welcome to the National Newspaper Publishers Association's Let It Be Known. It is Tuesday, March 8th, 2022. This morning we recap 4 days at the 15th Annual Disney Dreamers Academy, an educational mentorship program created and hosted by Walt Disney World Resort. The dynamic program seeks to broaden career awareness and create exclusive opportunities for Black students and teens from underrepresented communities across America. But before we get into that, let's bring on the publisher of the West Side Gazette, Bobby Henry, as we first discuss a couple of news topics to start our Tuesday. Good morning, Bobby.
Good morning, Stacy. How are you, man?
Well, I'm going to try and use a phrase that you like to use. What do you say, great and getting better, or something like that?
We'll take that. It's terrific and getting better.
Terrific and getting better. There you go. Bobby, this morning, the U.S. Supreme Court has denied a petition by Montgomery County, Pennsylvania District Attorney Kevin Steele to hear an appeal of the state Supreme Court's decision to release comedian Bill Cosby last year, after the court found that the prosecutor violated Cosby's constitutional rights and illegally prosecuted him. Cosby served nearly 3 years of a 3 to 10 year prison sentence after being convicted in 2018 of indecent aggravated assault. The comedian spokesman Andrew Wyatt said the family is thankful and called prosecutor Steele's actions reprehensible. Wyatt said of Steele that cheating will never get you anywhere in life. So Bill Cosby no longer has to look over his shoulders, Bobby. He is truly a free man.
You know, I guess I misunderstood at first what you were saying. I'm saying, oh my God, they're gonna deny it. But anyway, that's a great thing. You know, to be vindicated to some degree is some form of relief. And you know, of course, at Mr. Cosby's age, wow, man, that is
4 years old.
Yeah.
Well, also this morning, Bobby, Instagram announced that it will introduce a special tag for professional accounts and influence that ensures they receive credit for their content, an attempt to address complaints that Black users are not credited for starting trends or are shut out from profiting from them. The tag is available to business and creator accounts and comes on the heels of nationwide discussions and content strikes by Black content creators who pushed out viral posts saying they do not receive credit for their work. Alexis Michelle, a data analyst, and Cameron Boyd, an engineer, envisioned and created the label with these disparities and Black creators in mind, particularly that creators make a living off producing social media content and that Black creators should share equally in that too, they said. So it's a big step in the right direction for social media, for Instagram and social media, Bobby. You might remember that recently the artist Nicki Minaj had decided to do a Twitter in which it was supposed to be for Black content creators, and there was this huge uproar that most of the content creators allowed in were whites or other folks, not people of color anyway. And Nicki Minaj really was upset by that and has promised to do something with Black content creators. So they're even Instagram is trying to right some of the wrongs there, Bobby.
Well, that's good. I commend Instagram on trying. I just hope they don't do it with all deliberate speed. I hope they do it immediately. You know, there has break dancing, you know, gum boots, things that Black folk created and did not get recognition from, and then all of a sudden, when everybody else, you know, want to get involved with it, it's now this great thing. So I commend Instagram on at least giving us our props, trying to do it right. So,
Absolutely, and also Trinity Rodman, the National Women's Soccer League's 2021 Rookie of the Year and the daughter of NBA legend Dennis Rodman, has made history as the highest paid player in U.S. women's professional soccer after inking a contract extension with the Washington Spirit, reportedly worth $1.1 million. Rodman, who's just 19 years old, is the highest paid player in the league. She says, we're incredibly excited to have, this is a team statement, we're incredibly excited to have Trinity as part of the Spirit family for at least the next 3 seasons. That was a statement from the team. She has a truly special career ahead of her and makes us a better club on all fronts. According to ESPN, Trinity Rodman joined the league last year on a 3-year deal that averaged $42,000 in base salary plus housing and bonuses. They were able to pay her above the base salary by tapping into allocation money, which allows teams to offer players an amount above the salary cap. So congratulations to Trinity Rodman, the daughter of basketball legend Dennis Rodman. She's making waves in the world of soccer.
Well, man, if she plays defense like her daddy did, she'll be there.
Tell me about
it. She'll make some good headlines. Oh
man, go ahead, Bobby.
I was looking at a news feed this morning, and here in Florida, in Hollywood, Pembroke Pines, this 5-year-old student beat this teacher up to the point where she had to be hospitalized. She had to be carried out of the room on a stretcher. Now, either this 5-year-old kid was some phenomenal weightlifter, or this teacher might have been an aged teacher. But nevertheless, when do you have a 5-year-old beating a teacher to submission, and she has to be transported to the hospital on a stretcher?
Bobby, it's almost a laughing matter. Come on, 5 years old. Give me a break.
Yeah. This
wow.
He and another 4-year-old student were flipping chairs over in the classroom, and I guess they took the kid out to quiet time or whatever they call that thing, romper room or whatever, and then he began to assault the teacher with his fists and with his feet.
Oh wow, 5 years old. Goodness grief.
Yeah.
Well, joining us now, of course, as you see on the screen, to my right, perhaps to your left, is the president and CEO of the National Newspaper Publishers Association, Dr. Benjamin Chavis. Dr. Chavis, good morning.
Good morning, Stacy Brown. Good morning, Bobby Henry.
Good morning, Doc.
And on behalf of the National Newspaper Publishers Association, we greet everyone on this Tuesday morning.
Absolutely. And just a footnote, Bobby, Dr. Nicole McDaniel writes in that she read about that as well, Bobby, and it was in a special needs class. It's still, I just can't, we will stop right there. How about that? Dr. Chavis, Bobby Henry, the West Side Gazette. Bobby, we were in your state, still in your state. We're here this week too. Dr. Chavis will be joining us shortly here in Jacksonville, Florida for the Players Championship. It's going to be a great week. The Black Press is going to be on hand when Tiger Woods tomorrow gets inducted into the Golfing Hall of Fame. And there's so much other things going on. Dr. Chavis has a private meeting with Commissioner Jay Moynihan of the PGA Tour, and another PGA executive will also join us this week as well, Dr. Chavis and myself for another meeting, and of course an interview. We will bring all that to you this week and next week at blackpressusa.com. In fact, we will bring some of that to you here on Let It Be Known later this week as well. But want to talk right now about the Disney Dreamers Academy. Yeah, we've been talking about it, but you have to experience it. And we really want you to experience it. So we're going to do our best to kind of bring you into Let It Be Known's production at the Disney Dreamers Academy. And what a 4 days it was. We spoke to an array of special guests that really helped underscore how the Disney Dreamers Academy helps young ones to achieve, realize their dreams, and even to give back to their communities. First up, Tracy Powell, who you got to listen to Tracy. Tracy is phenomenal. She's the executive vice president at Disney Resort. Check out what our interview with Tracy.
This is the 15th year of Disney Dreamers Academy, and I've been involved all 15 years. I've been the executive champion for 14 of those 15 years. So you're right. Every single year, I'm super excited because each class is very different. We like to say they have different personalities because the kids come and they have different interests.
Yes.
But every single year it is different. I'm really excited that we have a team of people that every year give so much time to make sure that we have the program that's right for the class. So, class of 22, we've done so much work. The teams have done so much work to be able to make this an event that is just going to be memorable for them to do that.
So it covers a lot, right? I mean, you mentioned journalism, you mentioned law.
Mhm.
I know we talked about a computer science,
Yes.
a computer scientist.
Sciences. Mhm.
What don't you cover? I mean, what happens? How do they get to go from, like you said, journalist to lawyer?
Mhm.
How does that happen here?
It's a number of workshops and mentors and professionals and celebrities that really pour into them throughout the weekend. And then after it's all said and done, we are also really excited that each of the 100 Disney Dreamers will have an opportunity to go into externships. And they'll
Okay.
have one-on-one experience with someone in their career field of choice. And it could be someone in the industry that they're interested in, or it could be someone in the Walt Disney Company, which that is something that is phenomenal. So they'll be able to take this beyond the 4 days.
Yeah, and Michelle Stephanie was another one. She's an Academy champion that we had a chance to speak with as well. We're going to recap this after we show these clips, Dr. Chavis and Bobby Henry. But let's check out what Michelle Stephanie had to say about the Disney Dreamers Academy as well.
Disney Dreamers Academy is now in its 15th year. This program was designed with Black students in mind. We invite 100 high schoolers between the age of 13 and 19 to come to Walt Disney World Resort and explore their dreams, specifically in careers involving STEM, the arts, as well as business and law. And we're just so excited to have them here for this inspirational and transformational experience. The students for this program are coming from all over the country. They're in high school, they're aged 13 to 19. And again, from all corners of the country, they're coming here. Some of them for their first time on a trip on a plane, leaving their neighborhoods, their families. It's typically they'll bring a parent or guardian with them. And they get the opportunity really to network with one another. I think that's one of the most powerful things for them is seeing their peers, meeting folks they would have never met if probably not for this experience.
So again, we got a chance to talk to so many folks. We're going to bring you some more momentarily, but Dr. Chavis, Bobby, this is quite the experience. 100 children, really special children, get selected for this program every year. This is the 15th anniversary at the Disney Dreamers Academy. You talk about the future, Doc. I know you always talk about how important the young ones are. When you see just briefly that, Doc, I want to get your response. I want to get Bobby Henry's response as well.
Well, we really are very grateful and thankful, and we salute the Walt Disney Company. We salute the Dream Academy. I think that this is what the Black press does, and to have a partnership between the NMPA and Disney, particularly on the Dream Academy, is something that we want to continue to support. And these 100 young leaders that have been identified, rest assured that we in the Black press, we're going to do everything we can to support them, and we want to continue to work with Disney.
Yeah, and Bobby, this happened almost in your backyard.
Yes, it did, Stacy. Unfortunately, even though they went through the hoops to get me able to come, I could not come. So, but I thoroughly enjoyed the prelim that you afforded me to see about these hundreds of students who came. And I too, Doc, want to commend Disney on what they're doing in the Dreamers Academy. For an organization like Disney, who has not always been in the positive light, to grow from that and to begin to show more diversity and have it, we should commend them. And when we have an opportunity to get young people involved, we have to do our due diligence as the Black press to get more students involved. So we will have more students engaged in this process and having them highlighted, and so the world can see. So
Yeah, because among those students, as Tracy Powell and I alluded to, are journalists. They are aspiring journalists as well. So we certainly want to tap into that extraordinary talent. We also had a chance to talk with Destiny's Child superstar Kelly Rowland, who was really great with these Disney dreamers. They call them dreamers. They're not kids, they're dreamers. And she talked about her dreams, but she also hung around until Sunday's commencement ceremony. Let's take a look.
ATL shot it. 15 years old. A varsity. I'm gonna brag on you for a minute. So if I'm stand there, just stand in it. You cool like that. A varsity cheerleader, national beta club member, and like myself, he's an artist, and he dreams big. And like my sister Beyonce, he wants to be a trailblazer for his generation. And I believe you can accomplish just that. Don't let nobody tell you different. For if they do, it's because they can't possibly see it for themselves. That has nothing to do with you. And by reaching that dream, you will inspire the next generation in ways that you can't even begin to imagine. But please just stay authentically you, Makai. Don't change for nobody.
4, 3, 2, 1. All right, make your way off the stage.
You paint? Oh, I draw. You draw?
Team, I need you to clear the stage for me. Clear the stage.
You were so quiet.
Yes, it was a shock because I was just taking it all in. So I'm just so appreciative.
So we saw just a little there. She really took time and interacted with them. But you know the thing about it, whether it's a celebrity or just anyone else, you get the feeling. These kids, they really draw you in, Bobby and Dr. Chavis. There are some fantastic stories. I mentioned on previous programs, we spoke with a young a dreamer who had a heart transplant, but yet what is she doing? She started at 13 years old, started her own business. We spoke to a young man named Darius Brown. He says, my name is Sir Darius Brown. This is a 14-year-old kid who started his own business. And these are young kids that are graduating high school at 15 years old. They're getting their associate's degree at 16 and their bachelor's at 18. They are really achieving. But the step here, Dr. Chavis and Bobby, the key for Disney, and I was speaking to a Disney rep, and we'll hear from a parent momentarily, but I was speaking to a Disney rep who said the real challenge at times is when they go back home and their peers and even some of the parents will say, well, okay, well, you had fun at Disney. What did you do? You ride rides, you did, things of that nature. No, they had a tremendous education, 4 days of intense education. They had fun too. Don't get us wrong. There was fun involved. The fireworks, of course, the Disney attractions, they were able to get on too. But the village, Dr. Chavis, it takes a village. So when they go home, they need that support as well. And I will tell you before you start, Doc, Disney for each of the 100 kids, Disney assigns a mentor to help with that. But go ahead, Dr. Chavis.
No, I was just going to say that Disney's been doing this for 15 years now, and they have perfected the model of all the major corporations in the United States. I have to salute Disney. Disney is taking time with our future leaders, Generation Z, millennials, and I think that I challenge all of corporate America to follow Disney's lead. We need more of our young people to be given opportunity. And these dreamers now will have an opportunity to fulfill their dream. And one of the things that Tracy Powell said was that this doesn't end after the commencement, that they're going to stay in touch with these young people, give them mentorship, give them apprenticeships to make sure that they fulfill their dreams. And next week, we're going to be celebrating the 195th anniversary of the Black Press. On March 16th, March 17th. And I want to make sure that we show this particular program, Stacy, in our program, because I want people all over the country to know about the Dreamers Academy.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bobby, just to that point too, that it takes a village. As I was mentioning too, Disney does assign a mentor So when these kids go home, some of the stories that we heard, it's just tremendous that once the program is over, that those kids, they're just not left on their own, which is really important.
Mhm. Stacy, and I too, again, I want to say I commend Disney as well. And for an organization, and I have to say this, when you have been back in the days, and you have overcome that to show that you are really concerned about what you said you are, then I must applaud you as well. However, I would suggest or would like to see those corporations who can. Yeah, you got the cream of the crop. So why don't you expand that to say each one bring one? So you have the cream of the crop, but you have you. I'm sure they have their peers, somebody who just need an extra push. So bring them along. Each one
Yeah.
perhaps bring one, and let's expand this program to not separate, but to include and give those who may not have this opportunity a chance. Maybe not 4 days. Maybe they can come one day or whatever, but to be
Yeah.
more inclusive.
Well, one of the things Annette Gibbs, who is the public relations manager there at the Disney parks, said to me was that that's what they've been doing, Bobby, trying to look for ways to really expand this. We talked about even perhaps even as soon as next year, making it even bigger and hosting it inside one of the bigger venues at Disney as well. So they are indeed looking to, as you said, each one bring one. Let's listen to what one parent had to say about this experience for their child.
I anticipated that my child would be inspired. I didn't know that I would also leave with so much and leave with the ability to now look at my own dreams as well and not put those on the shelf. So this has been amazing. Not only are we inspired by the presenters, but as parents, as chaperones, we're inspired by these young people. I mean, I had to have my tissues out. It brought tears to my eyes throughout the week just to hear what these young people are doing, what they want to do, what is inside them. And they're not in boxes. They're still fearless. So it's just amazing. And it's an amazing opportunity for young people.
Mm.
So the energy here at Disney Dreamers Academy is electric. That's the word I would use. It's electric. An underlying theme throughout these days have been authenticity and bringing your full self. And even over these 3 days, we've seen students that say they haven't been living their true self, but now they are because of this experience. So really, it's an electric environment. You see people transforming. You see a metamorphosis of young people here.
Yeah, one of the things that one of the common themes among the parents that was there was that this was not just a beneficial for their children, but for themselves as well, because you had such dynamic presence as Mickey Taylor, Misa Hilton, and others. Prentice Parker, who works for Disney, was also amazing in his energy. Everyone brought energy there, and they brought life lessons as well. Dr. Chavis and Bobby.
Well, very good. And again, these narratives are so important. 195 years ago, Freedom's Journal declared we must plead our own cause. And here we are in 2022, we still are pleading our own cause. And working with corporations like Disney, and particularly now with the Disney Dreamers Academy, we're going to continue to plead our own cause. They say it takes a village to raise our young, but it takes our young also to raise the village. And I think that for the parent to say that she's now also been inspired to fulfill her dreams. So when you, Bobby's point, when you have a member of the family who's been inspired, then the whole rest of the family members also can also become inspired. And that's what it's taken. So I believe that these 100 young people are not only gifted, talented, they're blessed. And when they go back to their communities, it will add to the blessing of their own families, but also the communities at large.
Yeah, I also as I mentioned too, we saw a clip of Kelly Rowland. We did speak with her. I believe we do have a clip of that. If we do, let's bring it up. Okay, we do. No.
Empowered young people to
That's
move
not Kelly Rowland.
see inside, that nothingness that you look out upon, what you see that could be is actually possible.
Disney Dreams Academy literally changed my entire life. I went into Stanford, double majored in economics and acting because of the program, because I realized I could be creative. I could feed my passions, my soul, my purpose, and I could also still do the things that, I was interested in.
A dreamer is someone who has a passion on the inside to build, become a part of, or create something more than their current reality.
So many people put so many organizations, so many programs. Why Disney Dreamers?
Because I'm a dreamer. I continue to be a dreamer. Be with them on this journey of their dreams. I feel like we're also lucky to just be a part of the story.
Yeah, there is the energy. Again, Princeton there that you saw, he every moment, all 4 days, you saw this guy, and it was like, a double B12 shot of energy constantly, and the kids fed off that. When you see that, Dr. Tavis, someone mentoring these children, I'm sure it warms your heart. What comes to your mind?
Well, I'm Bobby Brown, and I think that the reason why I mentioned the rapper Bobby Brown, he's always said something about always being optimistic. And I think that what I view from seeing those clips and your presence there with the Dreamers Academy, it means that it's how we see the world. Some people see the world as empty. Other people see it as half full. But I see the world as a future proposition where we can gain knowledge from our past, learn from our past. We're in Women's History Month now. We just came out of Black History Month. And I think that the Dreamers Academy is fulfilling a promise. It's fulfilling an opportunity. And those of us in the Black press of America, all over the United States, so proud of my 230 African-American owned newspapers and publishing. Bobby Henry is one of our leaders. And we have our other members also watching the program this morning. This time for us now just to reassert the importance of the Black press, but also to reassert our working relationship with companies like Disney. To the extent to which we all work together, we can help change this world and make it a better place, not only for African Americans, but for all of God's children.
Yeah. And Bobby, a quick closing thought from you.
Sure. As we were talking about the dreamers, my mind drifted off to Lawson Hughes, what happened to a dream deferred, and that's just the complete opposite, so let us allow those who have dreams that we can influence to help influence their dreams to become reality. And so I say congratulations to the Dreamers Academy and to 195 years of us pleading our own cause and letting the world know we are still here and we're still making history every day.
Yeah, and as we close this morning, again, we will close with a last video from Disney Dreamers Academy just to really bring home what has been a tremendous time for those young ones, a tremendous time for us at the Black Press. The Disney Dreamers Academy is exactly that. It's a place where these kids go. They come with dreams, and as some of them told us, they leave with even more dreams. So thank you so much, Disney. Thank you so much to the National Newspaper Publishers Association for allowing us to be a part of this great experience. And we'll close with a clip from the Disney Dreamers Academy.
Parents and chaperones, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for making the journey with your dreamer.
The class ring holds significance for the dreamer and for you. A ring is precious. It is a symbol of a bond. Let the class ring be a symbol of your commitment to support your dreamer and to encourage them on their journey.